Okay, we're going to hook up the trailer now, and what you're going to see is I pull this off to give me more room. This is open. These are the keys that come with it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the ball onto the hitch. Actually physically put this down and lock this in. It snaps in place. Go like that. And certainly before we forget too, we want to hook up the electrical. Very important. That's our brakes and our lights and everything important. Okay, now we're going to hook up the stabilizer bars. Make sure that this is in the up position before we start. Put the bottom in, and you know the top and bottom because you can read it here. Reese is on the top, it says it. That fits in like that, and you slide this all the way. That's why this is in the up position here. Give yourself room. Drop this down, like so. Slide that up, count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push this down. Push that in tight. Use the leverage of the tool. And up we go. Take this pin. Drop it in just like that. And we do the same thing. A kill switch for all the batteries. So there is a carbon monoxide detector in there that will go all the time. It will eventually wear these marine batteries down. So we keep it shut until we're ready to use it. I've now pulled it open, and now we have juice going into the camper. Very important to know. One time I did have a switch go bad, and you know, that was the problem for the whole thing. So certainly an area to keep in mind if you don't get battery juice into the unit itself. Put that there. This is a little storage generator here. Here's the oil. It takes it's 1540 for your oil, and it's 1500 cc's. I use a vacuum container to suck it out from the top. We can go take a look right now. Pull this up, show you the unit itself. On the left side of the camper, I just want to go into this. Is the hot water tank is. And, basically, this is how you drain it right here. It's I believe set in the closed position now. I kind of leave it open just a little bit. I'll show you where the valve is inside in a minute. Every time you use it, make sure that you drain it out, or else it gets the water gets all nasty and smelly after you use it. So again, that's the drain there. There's nothing else to touch here. It's all automatic. If you know, you get all dirty and grimy, if you're, you know, like me, riding a racing dirt bike, and you want to, you know, just get cleaned up afterwards, you can open it. Right here. Notice here, this is the antifreeze. This is always an overlooked item when you're winterizing it, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But very important to winterize this as well, or else this will break, and you got to replace this whole thing, pain in the butt. You see here, this is the electrical, and what I did this morning was actually set it up to go from the house. Just kind of go over that real quick. Here, hard to see, but that is an outlet, and the outlet that's there plugs into that, and that's how the generator power works. If you come over here, this is just an adapter that I leave in the camper. I'll show you where I put that, and what we'll do now is we will feed the big electrical cable back in. We'll plug it back in. I'll show you that. Fits pretty good. And then the key thing is just figuring out which way it goes. The little one goes. Usually that kind of feel around for it. And then I think this goes right back here. You see, it is now plugged right in. And I guess the best way I hadn't really noticed before is the actual cord is facing you. Lock that back up. This is cable TV. If you're at a campground, I think I actually have some cable I'll give you, and that just goes right in there. This is how you fill the water tank. If there's no water, you can take it with you, put a hose in here and fill it up. Mind you, it's got a very large water tank. It makes it very heavy to pull this trailer, so you have to be careful of that. This is where you would hook up for a campground hose to the water supply. I have a water reducing valve that I'll show you in just a minute. So let's go take a look at that. This is the pressure reducing valve that I speak of. It shows the way the water's flowing. You put this on the actual pump, mechanism for the spigot mechanism for the campground, not onto the camper. The opposite side then will go into the camper. So that's what we're talking about and looking at there. So again, I keep this in a box. The box is going to be coming with the camper. While we're over here, one thing I wanted to show and kind of go through the process and procedure down underneath, and on the left side is how you would winterize this. This is not intuitive, so we want to be able to show you that. This, first of all, is your drain for your water. Underneath there, and again, I think it's very large, so be careful how much you fill it. You unscrew this hose clamp right here where my hand is to the right. Put that with a little block or something, give it so you can reach, and that is going to be your suction mechanism for this RV and marine food grade antifreeze. So I'll show you that in just a second. While we're at it, this is your drain. This is your drain for what we call your gray water, your sink water, and this is your black water to drain for your sewer, toilet, so on and so forth. So again, that's just knowing which one is which there. Leave these closed until you're ready to dump them at a dump station, or if you have to bucket it out, you bucket it out, but generally a dump station is where it's at there, and I'll show you where the hose is a little bit later. Okay, so we're just going to go over the procedure for winterizing the camper. So let's start first and foremost. I mentioned earlier about the hot water tank and where that water supply shutoff is. It's a little hard to see. Where my fingers are pointing, right back there, you'll see a red valve. I believe it's red. Just a 90-degree valve. Feel for it. And that actually is counterintuitive. In parallel, it's not open; it's actually closed, and you can tell when you go to fill the antifreeze. When you go to fill the hot water, it's through the drain open. So open is actually perpendicular, I believe, to the way the pipes are flowing back there. But it's right through there. It's hard to really have to feel for, but that's where it is. So for winterizing it, the idea obviously is to suck the antifreeze into all of the different places. So this is the water pump, and if you weren't on campground water, this is what you would use the whole time. So everything's winterized, so I'm not going to start it or work it now, but you just put that up. Again, make sure that battery that I showed you, that switch in the front by the battery boxes, is pulled out, so you know your battery's on. One way I can tell is by this flashing, this carbon monoxide detector. Okay, and so if this is on, we have the hose that I showed you before from the water tank into the antifreeze, and then you just basically open all of the spigots until you see red antifreeze coming out. So sink, shower, toilet, and then that outside sink that you have. And then also you have the low point drains out here as well. These red ones, I crack those open real quick until I see red there too, and then you're good. Usually 2 antifreeze gallons will do it.